Liberty and Civilization, edited by Roger Scruton. It's just a collection of essays that he put together, and this is basically about the topic of the systematic destruction of our liberty through liberalism and humanistic thought, really. And it's just a whole bunch of essays put together for around this same topic. So, very short read, very quick read, and it was really good. It's nice and informative. It's a good read. I don't know, this would be a good bathroom read for me. Because you can quickly go in there, read like an essay, and then do your thing, and you're on your way. Before you know it, you read a book. Woohoo! The Constitution of the United States is universally recognized as an expression of the Enlightenment in which wise and prescient men embodied their aspirations for a society in which the individual would be sovereign and free. Under pressure from liberal activism, however, the Constitution is now interpreted in a way that the founders would have never have intended. Judge Robert Bork, America's best-known exponent of conservative jurisprudence, explains the consequences for individual liberty. To consider liberty in relation to the Constitution is to enter a subject of some ambiguity. Which Constitution are we to consider? The document has undergone dramatic shifts in its coverage and its meaning over the course of our history. The unamended document, ratified in 1787, had little explicit to say about individual liberties, aside from provisions such as those barring states from discriminating against persons from other states, bills, or attainder ex post facto laws, and the suspension of the writ of habeas corpus without consent of Congress. Individual liberty was to be protected by the structure of the federal government. The states were largely left to deal with the issue of liberty as they saw fit. The Federalists, who favored the proposed Constitution, regarded its structural features as crucial. As James Madison pointed out in the famous 10th essay in the Federalists, the primary source of danger was the propensity of men to form factions, enabling a majority to oppress minorities. He argued that the sheer size of the population, coupled with the diversity of commercial interests, would make it harder for a national majority faction to form. Other safeguards were the enumeration of powers to which the national government would be confined, a false hope, and the provision of different terms of office for the President, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. Different election dates would supposedly make the formation of stable majority factions very difficult. The Anti-Federalists were, or said they were, dissatisfied with these protections. They demanded a Bill of Rights as well. Some of them apparently were less interested in a bill for its own sake than in citing its absence as a reason to reject the Constitution. To counter that tactic, the Federalists promised that a Bill of Rights would be put forward promptly after ratification of the main document. The Anti-Federalists expressed fear that the amended Constitution would allow the rise of an aristocracy. Which they did not foresee was that the meaning of the Bill of Rights would alter dramatically with changes in political and cultural climate. Thus, it is one of the ironies of our history that it was the adoption of the Bill of Rights in 1791, together with the establishment of judicial review in Mayberry versus Madison, and the subsequent application of the Bill of Rights to the states through the 14th Amendment that ultimately led to virtually omnipotent aristocracy, one that has written major features of the Constitution, including the Bill of Rights itself. Well, it's not exact. I mean, it's for such a small book, it's packed chock full of really good, useful information. and different points of view focused on liberty and civilization. So I recommend this. This is really good. I love this book. In fact, I'm probably going to read it again later on as kind of some review. I tend to read books multiple times to just really get the full extent of it, unless it's like what I call my candy reading, where it's just some book that that was mostly for my entertainment. You know, it's always good to read those books too. I don't only read the heavies.